What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we pretty much just started the construction of the red crown crane aviary right here, but it is looking absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, I did spend a little bit too much time, I think, on the general construction of the thing. So today, what I would like to do is add in all the finishing touches. And of course, we will actually give the cranes a proper habitat. A little bit more, something a little bit more than just a puddle of water, right? They probably deserve that. What is this all about? Many guests think tickets are underpriced. Excuse me? Should we just do like $7? That's $700. $7 and then $5. Seems fair. Seems fair. We've got a lot going on here now. Before, when we just started out, I mean, we only had this little building over here with some... What? Dude, there's so much happening already. I was not prepared for this. I guess we'll be doing some general like zoo management today as well. Looks like our female otter over here, mom, offspring imminent. Oh, we got to get rid of this. Can we call a keeper? We got to get that cleaned up, dude. That fish be stankin'. We can't be having the bebe. We have another bebe. Gennady. That's kind of a cool name. Again, another male. And then finally we have another female. Mega. That's sick. That is actually sick. All right, so just two bebe again from her. Mom's got to be getting pretty old. Is she? Let's see. You know what? 9, almost 10 years old. I don't know how long they actually live. Hang on, let's check their Zoopedia really quick. It's been a while since I've actually looked at this. Species data. This is what we need. 14 years. Okay, give or take. She's got a couple years left in her, for sure. Dude, they're doing... Oh, they were like synchronized there for a second. Hang on, let's see if they do it again. These two are literally following the exact same pattern right here. So watch, this one's gonna turn around, I bet. Yep, same thing. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. They're doing like water aerobics. Okay, I'm getting way too distracted with the animals. Let's go ahead and pause things, and we'll head back over here to the aviary. This is ultimately the main goal of today, is going to be finishing this thing up. We do have one lady in here. That's good, I suppose. Most of the guests seem to view from like this path here. So I do think we should probably edit this somewhat and just make it look a little bit nicer. It's kind of all over the place at the moment. So I actually want to start out front of the sort of viewing house that we've created. And I just want to add a nice simple railing to the path just leading up to this. I think it's turning out pretty good so far. I decided to use the like same beams and stuff, the same like metal poles that we used for the actual like aviary, the whole cage, and then also added in the mesh as well. And I really like it. It's definitely way too tall, so I actually might borrow this lady just here. Or not. Excuse me, miss. Can I, hello? Oh, it's probably because I'm editing this group still. Okay. Sorry, not your fault, ma'am. Not your fault whatsoever. I need to place you down like right there. Then we'll pause things yet again. I'm just trying to get an overall height for what this fence should be. So now let's select all the poles, the mesh. Actually, both sides. Kind of makes sense to do this on both sides, doesn't it? Here we go. Okay, don't go anywhere, ma'am. I just need you for a little while. Not that big of a deal. I think we want the fence like waist high. A little bit further down, maybe. Right before that mesh starts to clip through the plaster. That looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice if you ask me. Okay, perfect. Looks like sinking that down actually moved it out slightly, but it's not very noticeable, so... Looking good. Ma'am, you are free to move along, do whatever you gotta do now. So sorry to bother you like that. Now, we're gonna move inside, and here we need a lot of additional decoration. And actually, before we even tackle that, I might get rid of this big glass pane that we have here. And instead of doing like the barrier for that, I think I might do glass panes from the construction here. So let's just type glass pane. I think I want to use, see if we can find them, the 4x4 meter. So we'll do like one like this, and then we can grab this one, rotate it around, place it just above, and we'll do probably 3 of those right in front of here. That should look a lot better. And we could also use the same poles that we used for the cage and kind of like separate the panes so there's not that weird gap in between there. I think this will look pretty nice as well. You guys, this looks so much better. It looks so much better. Don't pay any attention to this right here, how they don't really line up. Don't worry about it, all right? Not important. What is important, though, is how nice it looks. The original one that we had was just a barrier, just a big sheet of glass. It didn't really work. And on top of that, that sheet of glass is going to have to get repaired by our mechanics every so often. So when guests would walk in here, 9 times out of 10, there's probably going to be some big, you know, cracks in that glass. Whereas this can't get damaged. So a win-win. Next up, though, we're going to make our way inside the habitat house here. I think we need to add just a little bit more decoration. It looks a little boring, if I'm being honest. So I'm thinking some nice basic white wood trim, probably around like the base of the walls. Maybe some window trim, some door trim as well. We can't really do that on the exterior just because we have too much going on with like the vertical board pattern. But on the inside, I think we can make that work. Also, we should just go around and add like our general's gonna be like the word of the day, but I think we should go around and add like our general habitat education boards and speakers and things, probably some benches, and then lighting as well. This room's gonna be very, very dark. Of course, we have a lot of natural light coming in right now, but that's gonna change come nighttime. The more white trim I add to the inside of this building, you guys, the more it looks like a barn. That's not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. Okay, how close is that? How close are we right there? Ooh, perfect. Okay, nice. And I'm kind of tempted to see just what that might look like on the outside. Yep, I don't like it. I don't like it. And why does the trim look like it's a different color? Maybe it is. Oh, it totally is. That's not actually white. F is actually white. You know, I thought this was looking a little bit more gray than the stuff that we used on the outside. So let's do F. There it is. Moving on to the habitat education boards. I'm just going to grab the standard one that we usually use, and we'll rotate it around so it looks nice in here. Let's just place that in the center for now. And then I want to get some benches. Actually, let's just steal the benches we've been using elsewhere. Right? Don't we have a couple in here? Perfect. That will do. If it will let me... Oh, I'm still editing the group. God, that's the second time I've done that today. You'd think I'd learn my lesson, but I just don't. Let's see what this looks like in here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I like the dark wood in contrast with like the light white trim that we have. That looks pretty spicy. Now we just need an educational speaker for that education board. There we be. Let's get these set up. And then something else I think would be really, really cool is if we have additional monitors in here. And somehow, I don't know if you can actually do this. This is kind of just a random idea that popped in my head. But somehow, if you could tie those monitors to, where is it? The habitat webcam. If we just add one of those cameras right up here, let's enter into camera view. Perfect, that's looking nice. Okay, now if we head back in here, edit mode once again, and then back into facilities, we just need like a standard education board. We'll get that put up there. Now let's enter into this education content. Oh no, that's not gonna work. What about just a regular old TV screen? Can we do anything with this? Do I need to hit play or something? No, that's not working. Well, it would be really cool if we could actually tether one of our TV monitors or something to those cameras, but it doesn't look like you can. Not yet anyways. Maybe that'll be like a future feature or something. But if those cameras exist, like we have another one over here, if they exist, why wouldn't you be able to tether them to a monitor? Like, what purpose do they serve otherwise? Anyways, since we do actually have a wall to mount these habitat education boards onto, I think I'm gonna ditch these and try this instead. Let's select both of them, and then we'll just drag them into the middle of the room, like so. That seems pretty good to me. Now we can get rid of the original ones that we had placed, and I think what I want to do next, instead of having 2 speakers, like how we usually do it, we usually have a speaker just sort of underneath the habitat education board. I'm not really feeling that for this one. I want to mix it up a little bit, and instead, let's move this bad boy, Billy, just right in the middle of this doorway. And then we'll slide it up until it's right in the middle of this wall here. Now, if we edit the radius, or the range for this, and just try to make it encompass the entire thing, I think that's really going to be the best for this area. And I don't know if the guests are planning on bringing food and or beverages into this place, but just in case they do, I think it's important we at least give them a trash can and then a recycle bin as well. I think the only bins that we have for that are actually in this facility, so we'll just copy that and paste it on into here underneath this other monitor. Next up, we're gonna need a donation bin, of course. I think just one will do for inside the little house. Not a ton of guests are gonna be able to fit in here, and even though it might obstruct the view just slightly, I'm gonna place it right in the center right there. Now, guests, all right? I've got this really, really cool looking house over here. You might want to come check it out, maybe, instead of just looking at the animals from the sidelines. Just a thought. Did you just drop a steamer? Oh my god, you just dropped a steamer. Guests, you are getting quite the show today. You should feel pretty lucky. You should feel pretty lucky. Okay, what else do we need to do? I think the inside is almost done. We just need some lights up top, and then I think we're good to move on. Just before we do move on to the next thing, though, I need to walk through this place real quick, just to see what it's like from the guest's perspective, you know? Check out the lights. That's looking really good. It definitely helped out, just illuminating the room overall. Looks much, much nicer. Man, this is cool, you guys. I'm very, very happy with this so far. We've got an excellent area in here for the guests to be able to view those cranes, but nobody wants to be out here. Nobody cares. I've spent so long on this thing. Just these 2 ladies and the one lady from before when we were making the railing. Those are the only people that have ventured this far into the zoo. It's kind of ridiculous, if I'm being honest, but we are really about to make our guests upset. Oh my god, the frames. Why are the frames are so bad right there? That's super weird. Let's bring the path width out to 26. I think that's what we were rocking with before. We're also going to get rid of that right there. And then we're probably going to have to get rid of this solar panel just for a little while. I just need to move this path closer to the water's edge. It's looking a little funky. Let's go ahead and delete that for right now. And then also these trash cans. They cannot be there anymore. I don't think I have ever struggled with a path this much. Oh, can't find accessible staff room with space. Why, though? We have 2 massive staff resting facilities. All right, hang on. Oh, I know. They're probably one of our vendors, and they probably can't get off of this stilted structure. So, are we good now? Wait, mechanic cannot... What? Why is everything just gone down the drain? All of our paths are... Oh, right. This one. We need a staff path. I'm losing it. There we go. Okay, that's looking better. I'm gonna go ahead and pause things here yet again because I think we're finally ready to start adding literally anything to the inside of this massive bird cage. These birds, man, they got it bad right now. They got it real bad, but we're gonna help them out, give them something pretty spectacular, hopefully. We'll see. I have no ideas right now. The ideas are just not flowing, so I'm gonna wing it. We'll see what we end up with. Ha! Wing it. Bird joke. Funny guy. Funny guy. This entire build has been so incredibly painful for me. I have no idea why, but this is a really, really difficult habitat to construct for whatever reason. Let's check in with these cranes, though. We'll see how they're doing. Oh, you're hungry. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and pause things then. We need a couple of things for these cranes. First of all, being a very, very large food bowl. We're going to try... Well, I was going to try to put it as close to the front as we could. Let's, I guess, put it over here. That way, maybe it'll draw some guests over here, potentially. I've already got the forage pool placed down. That's a fairly important enrichment piece for these animals. What else do we need? I guess they do have water, so they probably don't need a water trough or anything of that sort. Let's check the heat map, though, for water quality. That's not getting covered whatsoever. Okay, we're going to need another water treatment facility somewhere out here, I suppose. And because we got rid of that solar panel that was there originally, that was a temporary thing, so we're going to, again, place down a temporary thing. But this time, I'm going to use a transformer. It just has a larger area that it covers. And then we just need to place down the water treatment facility. And lastly, we can finish her off with a nice staff path. Just going straight to here, I suppose. That'll probably be fine for now. So let's check the heat map. One mow again. Looks like we are getting covered for the water treatment facility. And then let's go to power. That is looking so much nicer. All right, good deal. Something I haven't looked at for these animals quite yet is their terrain. I was paying attention to this, obviously, as I was painting all the different surfaces and things. So that obviously checks out, but navigable land area, that's looking nice. And then swimming area, also looking nice. I don't think, though, that they have enough of their species in here. Yeah, for their social group. Wait a minute. I forgot, they eat out of the forage pool also. Duh, we probably don't even need the food tray, I guess. But we'll leave it for right now. What are you guys snacking on? What is that? It just looks like... is that blood? Did they just put blood in the water? You guys are into that? Okay, kind of weird. You can fly? Albeit briefly, but... who knew? You guys probably knew. This is my first time actually seeing the cranes really walk around or do much of anything, so I was a bit shocked. I'll admit, a bit shocked. Check them out, though. Snacking out the forage pool. So as you can see, their social group not doing very great. So what we need to do for these two, and this will also help make sure we have enough navigable land area and water area for them, is we need to get probably 2 more at the very least. We got us a silver boy right here. The only thing that's not really super hot with him is going to be his fertility, but I think he'll come around, right? Let's add him into that habitat, and then we need another female, probably. Let's get... see, size is very low on that. Fertility's not that bad. Oh, yeah, out of these two, we're definitely going with this one. 100%. And we will get her added into this new habitat as well. So, hopefully when those two animals make their way into here, their social stuff will be a little bit better. Their social group. We'll see. We'll see. It shouldn't be too much longer. And then we need some more enrichment. They need some toys and things. So, let's see what else we have in their habitat stuff. Ooh, an herb scent marker enrichment. Then I think this is going to be one of our new cranes making an appearance. Or making their first appearance, I should say. That's going to be the silver boy. Nice. Wait, he's injured? We just got him. We just got him. He's already injured. Okay, let's call our vet then. I am so sorry. You're going through some things, brother. We will, $750? That's it? Wow, that's fairly cheap. Okay, I'm totally fine with that. God, we'll probably make that money back here in no time. Only $59 in donations. Okay, I think it's about time we add a couple of donation bins, like right outside where all these guests are standing. That way we could maybe make a little bit of money off of these animals. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing. They're a bit... oh, and you just defecated in the area... and again! In the area where you're eating! That is so gross! Who are you? Katashi? Katashi 69, he's just going for it again. That is why. You can't. Oh, it's never ending with you. You're just stuck in an infinite loop of feces. That's unfortunate. Anyways, I was about to say before that whole thing happened that, oh my god, it's still going. It's still going. Why? Why? You haven't even eaten that much. Oh, good lord. Okay, I was just gonna comment and say this is really, really cute. They're a bit like flamingos in that they kind of, you know, stand on one leg for long periods of time. And then the flight again. I love it. I love it. Okay, we need more. I'm gonna pause things here momentarily. We're gonna add a mirror mobile right out here for them to mess with. What else do we have for these animals? Honestly, not that much. We do have the waterfall. Oh, is it maybe too hot in here for them? I would say so, judging by the red temperature. So we might have to add in a few coolers for these animals as well. Would it be neat if we place this directly over top of their forage pool, or would that be kind of lame? Oh, it's obstructed anyways. We can't do that. Okay, so let's place that there. And I also think maybe in the corner would look slightly better. Why, dude? Why? I don't understand. Can we at least fix this one? Good. Okay. Everything's fine, you guys. Everything's fine. Is it floating at all? No, that actually looks pretty good with the terrain. Sweet. Okay, let's hit play so we can at least see what the waterfall looks like. It's going the wrong way. Currently facing the wrong way, but we can remedy that. Not a huge deal. Now we've got a sprinkler placed down for him as well. This is looking so much better. Oh no. I didn't even realize that the inspector was here. Oh, wow. Wow, the education has improved significantly. We got 4 stars overall. I'm happy with this. And then it looks like our 4th crane is just now arriving. So with them placed in, our keeper's pretty stoked. Pretty amped about this. With them placed in, let's take a look at, where is it? Their social group now. Perfect. 100%. That's what we like to see. Their temperature is still not well, so we're going to have to adjust that. Last meal quality, also not good, so we're going to have to adjust that. Let's come over here. Or wait, we're going to have to re-enable research here again. So let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, we should be good now. Let's go into our vet research. We've got 2 vets at the moment, so let's just place 1 on researching. Well, we should probably research the otters first so we can get them better food quality. And then we'll research the cranes. That's what we'll do. Now, as far as their temperature goes, they're looking for somewhere in between 9 and 88 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a huge range, which should make it fairly easy to cool these dudes and dudettes down. Let's grab the cooler. Should be this guy. And I'll just place them, like, in the 4 corners. I feel like that would work pretty well. Oh, yeah, that was absolutely the move. Just placing them in the 4 corners of the place. That looks really, really good. Their water temperature is a little bit elevated. It's not too hot for them, I don't think. Before moving on to the final stages of this build being like the foliage and plant decoration stuff like that, I think we really need to start looking into our staff management stuff. Like, we need some work zones set up for our mechanics, our vets, our caretakers, our keepers. All of our staff members need to have at least some sort of like idea as to where they're supposed to go periodically throughout the day. But as you guys might have just seen, one of our cranes is actually purge gnats, and I didn't know at all, but they are expecting offspring. They are imminent now, so we'll see. It shouldn't be too much longer. We'll just kind of hang out, see what they do. I think they usually like sit down to have bebe. That one's just pooping over there again. Gross, man. Gross. Oh no, they don't sit either. Wow. Okay, wasn't expecting them to look like that. They look like ducks. They look like big, huge baby ducks. That's actually really cute. Just the one though, huh? Let's see, what do we got? We have a male named Nico, or Nico. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Very cute though. Little baby boy. Little baby boy Roy, looking good. Now, back to our staff management things. Adrian Jeffers. He is going to be our keeper for just the otters. Right over here, so we're going to select that habitat. And then, let's see, what would be the closest staff resting facility? Probably not this one, if we're being honest. And actually, we might need another keeper just to take care of our smaller exhibit species over there. So, we've got that selected. Let's get them a staff room right over here. And then their keeper hut is actually conveniently enough right next to it. So that looks pretty good to me. We're going to drop them down right here, let it play out so they actually hit the ground. And then Sadie Swift is going to be our caretaker just for these 3 exhibit species over here. This will be her staff resting facility. This will be her keeper hut. And our last keeper here, Sammy, is going to take care of just our red crown cranes. And they're actually going to share both the staff resting facility and the keeper hut with the otter caretaker or keeper as well. I'm actually going to leave the mechanics off of a work zone for right now until the zoo gets quite a bit larger, just because there's not really a whole lot for them to go around and actually maintain, apart from the otter barrier and then like our equipment, stuff like the transformer and water treatment facility. It's really nothing too crazy, nothing they shouldn't be able to handle. And the same thing with our caretakers as well. We'll just sort of leave them roaming for the time being. So that brings us lastly to our vendors. Oh, and security guards, they're already roaming as it is. I mean, that's probably the best thing that they can do. But as you can see here with our vendors, we actually have 6 of them, and I believe we only have 3 vendor facilities. Well, 4, I guess, up here, right at the front entrance. We do have this sort of ticket booth. It's actually just the information center. So I'm not exactly sure how we ended up with 6 vendors, but to be honest, it kind of works out. That way we have 2 floaters sort of letting the other staff members head off to the resting facility so that they can take a load off. So let's create a new work zone for just these vendors out here. They are going to have a little bit of a walk out here to this staff resting facility, but you know, exercise is good for you. I'm going to name this one Bora Bora Vendors, just so I actually know like where specifically in the zoo it is. And then we'll create another new one up here just at the main entrance. So that is the only vendor facility we have. And then this is the only staff resting facility that's close by. This one we'll just name like entrance vendors. We're going to have 2 of our vendors on the entrance vendor work roster, and then the remaining 4 are all going to be on the Bora Bora vendor work roster. There we go. Now we can click play, and they should all at least have somewhat of an idea of where they're supposed to be at day in and day out. All right, ladies and gents, now that we've got all the staff work rosters configured, looking good, I think we're ready to move on to the final stage of the build today, which is, of course, going to be all the plant decoration, all the foliage, both in and outside of this exhibit. Oh, many guests think tickets are underpriced. Again, alrighty, let's do $10 and $7 for kids. That's probably going to be too much, but we'll try it out for a little while anyways. So I'm going to tackle all this. See you guys here in just a sec.
3 hours later.
All right, dudes and dudettes, the deed is done. We now have a fully decorated interior for this habitat, and these birds couldn't be happier. You'll just kind of have to take my word for it. And actually, if you don't think, I'm just going to completely clip on through the glass there. If you don't think that they're absolutely stoked, I'll show you. All right? I will show you. Let's click on very vocal birds today. Let's click on this one though. If we go into their environment, you'll notice their coverage is actually well over their required amount. And actually I had even more decoration, even more foliage inside this habitat, and they just weren't having it. So I actually got rid of a decent amount. A good majority of this coverage is being taken up by the bamboo wall that I created over in the back corner, just behind the fountain. I really wanted to give these birds just a break from the sun. You know, they're pretty much stuck in this cage, completely exposed to the sunlight all hours of the day. And even our guests, some of our guests were like, those birds look like they're baking in the sun, or something along those lines. But as you can see, they are so much happier now, loving the water. We've got Bebe over here. He's not quite tall enough to touch the floor, so he does have to swim around a little bit. I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it, you guys. And I did say I was going to also decorate the outside of the habitat as well with a little bit of foliage. Obviously, you can see I didn't exactly do that, just because I glanced over and realized I've already been at this for 4 hours again. So I think we'll be fine. But I did end up extending our research complete. I did end up extending our forest out here along the outskirts of the zoo. So these little buildings are sort of buried in the trees now a little bit more. I think it looks quite a bit nicer. But let's check on this vet research to finish things off for the day. So now that we've done that, once again, we're going to take this vet and put them back on the Asian small clawed otter for some more research. But you guys, this place is looking fantastic. Of course, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but I think that is probably where we're going to wind down this episode at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.